everybody. Welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Okay, listen. I haven't ate dinner yet, and I'm hungry. I'm real hungry. So I got my boudin right here next to me, because that's what we eat down south. Listen, I'm a black queen, so don't judge me and my whatever this head rag is. Listen, okay? Don't judge me. Judge me not. Okay. So, anyways, again, thank you guys for showing up and tuning in to another episode of Chanel's Reality. Like I said, I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. So listen, you might not agree with my reality, but it's mine, and it's my show. So we're going to do it like I do it. Just make it do what I do. So listen, one of my favorite content creators, because, you know, I be busy. Life be out here lifing, and I be busy over here, you know, being a social worker and a therapist over here trying to make people's lives better. But so I don't have a lot of time to be paying attention. I know I'm trying to eat too, because I also didn't have time to eat. So let's start there. But anyway, I've kind of been peripherally hearing about this Nicki Minaj and what's her name? Cardi B beef. And because I ain't got time. I'm like, why don't y'all grow up? Like, y'all too old to. I'm eating boudin. Do y'all know what boudin is? Okay. If you don't, it's like, think sausage, but so think dirty rice in a sausage casing with like pork and vegetables like onions and bell peppers. Okay. I probably shouldn't have started my live, but I don't care. I'm hungry. Come in.
What time are you on?
I'm on it right now. Just click the link if you want to join. Okay. Listen. I reserve the right to eat because I got to do this live. And I've been busy all day. And why does boudin taste so good? It's kind of like, y'all know, like, at least for me, the food is so good when you're real hungry. Even food that's not even that good be good when you're hungry. And it's like, every time I'm supposed to be somewhere on time, and I'm a timely person, but every time I'm supposed to be somewhere on time and I take a shower, it's like the best shower ever. Anyway, so because I ain't got time, and like I said, I haven't paid much attention to what's been going on in the world with regard with people like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Shout out to the Cardi gang and the Nicky. I don't know what the Nicky people are called. Barbs? I think they're called Barbs. And Cardi B's gang is probably called, I'm gonna guess, Barty gang or Cardi gang. I don't know. Y'all can let me know in the comment section below. So anyway, I'm one of my favorite content creators. His name is Mims. Make it make sense. Y'all probably heard of him, but if you haven't, I put his channel in the description, so you can click on it and go visit his channel. Shout out to you, Mr. Mims. He's one of my favorites because he's fair, he's knowledgeable, he's smart, he's handsome, you know, so that doesn't hurt. But I'm married, okay? And even if I wasn't, I don't like Mims like that, but I'm just saying. But I feel like he's intelligent, and you can probably, you know, whatever he's saying is probably correct because he seems like an upstanding type of person. Who else is my other favorite man? Oh God, his name is Rodney the Voice. Love him. Shout out to Rodney. He's in Houston. Also, but Rodney, listen, he's like your good gay girlfriend, boyfriend type thing. Yeah, he real funny. Rodney the Voice, and his others that I love. I love the Witch Doctor. I think his channel's called Not for Humans or something like that. He's a really fair guy. He has good shows. I feel like I'm missing somebody that. Oh, Larger Curves. Love her. There's a whole bunch out there. I ain't got time to shout everybody out. I'm just saying. What did Nelly say? I ain't got. Y'all know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. Type thing. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead since I don't have time to go and do all the research on this Nicki Minaj and Cardi B fist fight, public fist fight. We're gonna review what Mr. Make It Make Sense did. So let's get started.
I definitely can. Not a problem. Thanks for the super chat, and I will let her know. Sorry you're going through that. Right.
Let's welcome my little sis Carmen to the stage. Hey, Carmen. You don't have to chime in yet, baby. Girl,
Hey, people.
I'm reviewing this Nicki and Cardi B nonsense.
Hey, Frankie.
You silly. But anyway, because I ain't have time. I'm busy. So I'm just reviewing what Mims did. So we're going to talk about it in a second.
I can't put your comment up as W because you use the F word, but I'm in full agreement.
Right now, I think you're talking about Ray J, though.
We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. So after we review the trash stuff that Cardi and Nicki have been saying, I'm going to drop the link. And whether you team Cardi, whether you team nobody, whether you team Nicki, you can come up and say your piece real quick. We are going to...
If there is one health unlock that you should be doing every single day, it is this Armra colostrum.
Kim dated for a purpose. You dated to just, So it started around here. He rap like Marnie, still ugly. I've been breakdancing right now if I was number one, but bitches come out of rehab every time.
Hold on, let me go.
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of entertaining. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see it. It was kind of, I guess entertaining at first before they really got in on the kids. Damn, Billboard. I mean, I'm winning, but I'm still bored. As for your career, dead Ghostbuster. She started calling her Barney B. Let me see if we have the photo.
Wow. My God.
I'm not gonna lie, the photo was a little bit funny. The photo was a little bit funny.
Wow.
I don't want to. We'll get into the kid stuff.
Okay.
Cardi says the power I have. Make these bitches come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room. Nicki continues. ABCDFG is I'm Heineken. I don't want to. We'll get into the kid stuff. Cardi says the power I have. Make these bitches come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room. Nicki continues. ABCDFG is I'm Heineken. Now that will get me demonetized. So I can't say that word, but you get the point.
I can't.
Armand says Barney B is now trending. Now Armand was getting his entire life throughout this whole situation.
Was.
JT jumps into it. Ooh. LOL, that bitch home ugly and mad. No celebration. I would have been breakdancing right now if I was number one, but she knows she lied. Ooh. Now, JT, I don't know when you was going to be number one. At the time that you could have been number one, you were in prison for scamming.
Who is JT?
That was about 7-8 years ago.
Let me know in the chat if y'all know who JT is.
It's about 7. It was. Why are you even in this?
Right.
Yeah, she read you down, but take it to the booth. I don't even understand JT at this point. She started calling her Barney Dangerous. Then we got Cocaine Barbie.
Not that was Barbie. Wait. Hold on. I can't see.
That one was kind of funny. That one was a little bit funny. I'm not even gonna.
Hold, please. Listen. I've been hearing these rumors for years saying that Nicki Minaj, is a drug addict or something like that. And I just don't know. I know. I don't know if Nicki is on any type of anything. I'm just gonna go with she not, because you know people love to drag you down when you're at the top, or even if you ain't even got to be at the top. People just love to sit around and hate on other people. But she could be on drugs. I mean, who knew? Because I ain't know Diddy was on drugs. I ain't know Michael Jackson was on drugs. Diddy didn't have to. I'm assuming all the industry was doing all kinds of shit I wasn't aware of. But just because someone says you're doing it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it. But I'm like, y'all let me know in the chat if y'all have heard the same thing. Carmen, let me know. Have you heard this about Nicki Minaj, and what you think? What's your opinion?
Yes, I've heard this about Nicki Minaj.
You think she part of the Coco crew?
I feel like they all do something.
Oh, damn. No, I'm like,
yeah, I feel like they all do something.
Oh, like who? You talking about Justine?
Like who?
Or-
You name a person, and I'm gonna tell you. Only person I don't think do no drugs is Denzel Washington. He probably just takes sleeping pills.
Okay, I'm gonna name some people. Okay, Beyonce.
Yes.
Adele.
Probably alcohol, maybe a pill here and there.
Well, alcohol is not. It's not a drug though, and it's legal.
Well, it can become a drug when you feel like you need alcohol for everything.
Yeah, I get that. Queen Latifah.
Nah.
Claire Huxtable. I can't remember. Felicia Rashad.
I don't know these people, even though I should. They are from my childhood, but I'm saying like I don't know enough information about their character outside of the daytime TV shows.
Bill Cosby.
Of course, he was slam dunking pills and drinks.
That's not funny. We shouldn't be laughing about that. I'm trying to think of who else. Like, okay, what about Pete? No, don't do it, Bentley. Don't do it. This little monster. Pink. You remember her?
Oh, Pink. Yeah, that's my baby.
You know, that's a girl, right?
My baby, not in no gay way. Like I loved Pink.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You think she does drugs?
She probably popped some pills. She used to be turned. I love Pink and Avril Lavigne.
You know, she used to actually, before she became Pink. I watched this on like Behind the Music or something way a long time ago. But she was addicted to meth, and then she got her. I don't know. I think she was in a club or something, and somebody heard her singing. I don't know exactly what she was, but someone heard her singing, and then they offered her a record deal or something like that. And then that's where her start came. She says she stopped after that day. She's like, I never touched it again. I've only ever met one other person in life that had that same scenario happen to them, where it's like, well, I don't know Pink, but another person that I've met, and they said that they had a very similar outcome. They changed something in their life, or some life happened. They had some great opportunity, and then after that, they never touched it again. But everybody else, child, that meth hit. The way that meth hit people, they be looking 62 and they only 32. Like, stay away, stay away. I don't know, but do you think Nicki is doing it? Because I've heard her say, and I didn't even know.
Yes, Nicki do drugs. I'm pretty sure Nicki do cocaine. Like,
why?
And I hate to put these type of things on people, because I do know like people can be sober and just snap and start going off.
Mm-hmm.
But even if Nicki is on like prescribed medicine, there's no way with all the shit, because no bullshit, like Nicki done been through a bunch of shit. Like, that's why I wish Nicki was a little nicer, I guess I should say, because I remember when she first came out, people was expecting her to give homage to Lil' Kim. You know what I mean? Like, they was down her throat. And I'm just like, she don't have to if that's not her truth. Like,
I agree.
She came out wearing these different color wigs and doing her shit because that's what she wanted to do. That does not mean she looked up to Lil' Kim. However, I can see slightly similarities in where, you know, why that people would think Lil Kim was, but no, that does not mean that everybody was getting their body done. Everybody was doing extravagant. You know what I'm saying? Like she was doing her Barbie shit, and that's exactly what the fuck she still do.
Mm-hmm. She said, "My name Barbie, bitch. My
And
name
like,
Barbie." I ain't
just
mad at her. She said, "Alexander made me queen. I'm late to my own party, bitch." Yes, I love her. Go ahead. I'm listening.
just to better expound on it, but like, it's no way Nikki is just completely sober. And I ain't talking about alcohol. Like, I don't think she's no like dope fiend on no pills or no shit, but it's something. I know she probably was sipping drink with Lil Wayne, like, you know what I mean? And then that's where she started off at. Like, I can't see it now. I can't say any of this shit factual, and I hate that the internet is so crazy that I'm even saying this shit. But I think they all do something. I think Cardi do the shit.
Who?
Cardi B.
Oh, well, now that I wouldn't put past her. I hope she doesn't, just because of the lifestyle she was already in before, you know, she got famous and stuff. So that's the only reason I
But
wouldn't put it
Nicki
past
came out the streets too. Nicki just went in the strip club.
her. I know. Bentley. Oh, he's just itching his eyes, child. I'm like, don't you dare do anything in here. But yeah, I'm just not tuned in. Listen, I don't know people that do drugs like that. So it's hard for me to like be able to really tell. Like I worked with a lady that you know, but we're not gonna mention her name, for at least 2 years. Had no idea that she was doing, and she wasn't doing anything bad, but because she was smoking weed every day. I just never knew. And I'm certain she came to work and
But
smelled like
that's
whatever.
part of
Nicki
doing a drug and not letting the drug do you.
No. I know, but what I'm saying is, I when I would smell the stuff, I just didn't even know what it was, you know. And people say, "Oh, she's skull." I just was like, but you know, I didn't
That's
know.
my
And I remember
girl.
this person came to me. This was years and years and years ago.
I
But
remember what happened.
what happened?
Like you talking about like a comment you made about certain
No, no, no,
people.
no, no, no. No, we were at Papado's eating, and she was just kind of like, "Listen, I have to do it every day. I need help with not having to do it every day." Like she was trying to tell me she was addicted without saying she's addicted. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I'm sure she said it to me because obviously of who I am. She felt like it's a safe space or whatever. I just, because I don't know people like that, like in my life like that, I don't even know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could give you referrals and say do this, that, and the third. But most people, I shouldn't say most people. My opinion is that people don't genuinely or realistically go to rehab for like weed. So that made me think, well, maybe there's a little more going on. You know what I'm saying? That maybe she's not ready to talk about. I don't know that to be true. I never asked her about it. We never talked about it again after
I know
that.
people addicted to weed like that, but worse.
And you know what I started thinking? Because I do know a person that their mom, well, this is a whole nother, because her mom like pops pills and stuff like that. But somebody told me, now I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody told me they were like, yeah, she puts the cocoa in her weed. And I'm like, say what? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've never been high, so I don't really know what that means, how that feels. So I really do try to not judge people, because I do think a lot of times people use drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, to cope, for lack of a better word. Some people
But I
do it.
was talking to somebody years ago. I could have been like 18, 19.
Mhm.
And because you know, I deal with the people.
Yeah.
So he was telling me, he say it's a spirit. He say it's a spirit. He
Mm.
say when he does it, it's not that the problems go away, but it gives him a spirit to feel free. So it
Mm.
was his free spirit. You know what I mean? It's no depression for that moment. Which also around that same time, you know, I worked at that drug rehab, and one of the ladies there, because I was just curious, like, I'm the only person here who don't do drugs and never did drugs.
You
And
a mess.
like all the staff was, you know, had went through this program and came back years later and got hired. Like, I'm literally the only person. And so
Hold on. Because Bentley's doing the most. He about to get kicked out. Ugh. Why do you have to wait until I start doing something? Now you need to go. About to put you out. And you are not coming back. You are not allowed back. You can knock down my Louis Vuitton purse. Go. Go. Do not come back. No, let me stop. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I don't need to be getting copywritten. Okay, Carmen, go ahead. Hello? Can you hear me?
yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to see. Is he supposed to be going outside?
No, he just wants to get out.
Oh, okay. So,
Listen,
the lady.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
So it was 4 of us sitting there. 3 of them who had been sober for so many years, and me, because you know I was asking questions, and I guess certain questions I was asking, like it's a way that you talk and ask these questions, and I was just asking them like just straight up, because you know me. So they was like, you know, you our baby and we love you, but you gotta learn how to hold your tongue. You know, because I was like, what will make you want to smoke crack? Like, you see this shit, like, even before, like, all my life is known crack is whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not understanding when crack first hit, crack was like weed to the people. You know what I'm saying? It was the thing to do. It was the party drug, and it was cheap. It's a quick high, and it still is cheap and a quick high. You know what I mean? The high just don't last long. But the new crack ain't like the old crack. Like, it's different elements to that shit. But she explained to me, and it was one, she told me straight up. She said, you know what? Let me tell you this. You think you damn right. We always knew crack was something that you shouldn't do. But do you think a motherfucker gave me the crack and said, here, this shit right here gonna have you stealing from your kids? It's gonna have you selling everything out your house. It's gonna have your family wanting this on you. It's gonna have you walking up and down the street bare feet. It's gonna have you going down and selling your body for crumbs and pieces of crack. She said, nah, that ain't how it came to me. I was going through shit in my life, and I was in the motel with my friend. He pulled it out. I didn't know what it was. And then she said, he told her like how it made him feel. He say, this right here gonna drop all them tears. You ain't gonna be worried about none of that bullshit you worried about and stressing and tripping over right now. And she ended up doing it. And that's how her addiction started. However, I have a friend who I'm still friends with to this day, older than me, Miss Shannon. She say she dared it. What happened was she got married. And when she got married, she didn't know her husband was smoking crack back in the days way before he met her. And when her husband got to doing stuff he don't normally do, weird shit, she thinking he cheating, all kind of crazy shit, not coming home, you know. And she was had gotten close to his family, and his sister say, well, I hope he ain't back fucking with that shit. And when his sister said that, she say, what you just say? Fucking with what? Like, at that moment, no, you need to tell me. His sister wanted to talk to him first, because his sister didn't even know. She didn't know.
Oh, okay.
And so in that moment, she found out. She confronted him about it. He denied it. And eventually it came out, and she told him one day, it's nothing you can tell me that can justify You doing a stupid ass shit that you do. And he told her, try it.
Mm.
Eventually, they started doing it together on the weekend because she dared it. You know what I mean? So before you know it, she said she started trying to beat him to the dope man to get her part and then double back with him to get theirs so she can have, and that's how she got started on it. She dared the crack. But you'll never be able to tell. If you meet her, even when I met her, which was years ago, you will never guess. She's so well kept. She don't look her age, all that. Like, she was able to not make it to the point of walking the streets. It's people have different journeys when they do drugs. And that's what I got to experience being around those people. Like, all of them don't look the same. You can't tell everybody who on drugs. Some people do the drugs and don't let the drugs do them. That's where I got that from.
No, I definitely, because I've worked in hospitals and mental health places and with young people who've done drugs and old people who've done drugs, but you're right, 100%. Not everybody looks the same. And I always tell people, like, a lot of times, and people don't really realize this, or some people don't, a lot of times it's the executive level people. It's the people that have way more money, the people that's way above the people that's hiring.
Most attorneys do drugs.
But this is the thing. The thing is, the people up further up that ladder that a lot of people trying to climb, they don't drug test them. They don't need to, quote unquote. They need to drug test the frontline people. Make sure they not, high on the job at the Popeyes or whatever, So I don't put it past nobody. I do think, like I said, I do think drugs for a lot of people is probably like some sort of escape. I feel the same way about alcohol. And the reason I say that is because I think I've said this before. Like, I never drank until I started working for Child Protective Services. I was just like, it's just like, you need something. And even now,
it made no sense to you that we would drink. It was so weird. I'm like,
bro,
you used to make comments to us like, why do you want to drink something that's going to even make you have to make those faces and burn your throat? Like, why? What? Yeah. Why do I want to drink something that's going to burn my throat?
That is true. I know. I can remember.
I'm like,
it's nasty to me, and it's still not that great, but go ahead.
I'm like, oh my gosh, she has no idea. And I used to be like, just try it. When I found out you had drunk alcohol, it blew my mind. And I was trying to tell you, like, prove it to me. Have a drink with me. And you would not. I was upset.
How old were you when this was going on? When you tried to get me to try some alcohol?
I could have been somewhere in my 20s. I was somewhere in my 20s when this happened.
I don't think, if I remember correctly, because I know I worked for Harris County until I was about 27, 28, something like that. And then once I got a job working for Child Protective Services in a different capacity. Bentley, stop. Like, as a conservatorship worker, that job was way more difficult, way more trying, way more super intense. Because you're dealing with people, honestly.
I'm gonna take him out real quick.
Okay. A lot of times you're dealing with people who have drug problems, mental health. I don't know which one comes first, the drugs or the mental health. I'm not really sure. And then a lot of times there's a criminal element, especially if drugs are involved. But I do my best not to, judge people. We all judge on some level. But I think I have a little soft spot maybe in my heart for people that end up doing drugs, mostly because, like I said, I think a lot of people, it's not everything that people think. So, like, people think, oh, well, if you really wanted to get off drugs, you could do it. You could go to rehab. And I'm like, they don't even have no idea. I've had people that were my clients that they were court ordered to go to rehab, and we calling all the rehabs in America, and nobody's open. Or if they have a bed available or whatever the case may be, they just like, oh, well, your count isn't high enough. meaning your level of how much, you know, whatever substance is in your system isn't high enough. So we have to give that bed to somebody, their count is higher or whatever the case may be. And when I started working and, you know, stuff like that, it was just kind of like, oh, you know, it's kind of adjacent, honestly, to certain levels of people who really think that they are above, and they think, oh, you know, if people really wanted this or wanted that, they would make different choices. Everybody's choices are not the same, but everybody doesn't have a choice. A lot of times people will say, everybody has a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. Everybody don't have a choice. I know people that were my clients and their parents shot them up 12 years old. What are you in the 7th grade? What's your fucking choice? You know what I'm saying? You're going to beat up your mama or beat up your granny or whoever, or your daddy, whoever did it to. Like, it's nonsense to think that everybody has a choice. But lots of people feel that way. You could have made a different choice. You could have ran away. You could have hit them. You could have. It's like, shut up. Put yourself in that person's situation and then talk about it. I just feel this way. Be perfect before you judge somebody. Be perfect. That's it. That's all. But I'm going to finish playing this and then we'll get back to that if you want. Because that's a big topic.
She started calling her Barney Dangerous. Then we got Cocaine Barbie. That was I
can't.
That one was kind of funny. That one was a little bit funny. I'm not even gonna lie. The Cocaine Barbie. You can be a Nicki fan and acknowledge that some of her behavior, especially when she's online, is strange. I'm not saying the woman has any type of habit. I will say, if we just gonna be honest throughout this whole video, she literally raps about drugs, but then sued Nosy Ho for saying she did drugs. I mean, what are we doing here? I thought it was funny. Barney B is now trending.
Stop it. Barney B.
We don't need to get into all the commentary. ABCDFG, pregnant, play with his pussy. Ooh. Now that was definitely a quip at Cardi.
I cannot.
Soon to be baby daddy, who has allegations that he sexually assaulted another man.
Shots fired.
Let me see. Nikki's liking people's posts. She's liking Armand's posts. ABCDFG, your man have to snatch Ussy. Ussy tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12-year-olds. Now that one was kind of weak. I'm not even gonna lie. That one was a little bit. You could have took a little bit more time and put your bars together there. Since we're not putting them on wax, we're just putting them on Twitter and making Elon Musk some money. That one was a little bit weak. She didn't lie, but it was a little bit weak. Nicky. The fact that Nicky is taking the ABCDFG bar and clearing her with her own bars is diabolical. It also goes to show she was over there keying at the ABCDFG like what? Nicky liked that. ABCDFG lied and said mom was Trini. Okay. ABCDFG, he don't want to dig my big ussy. Ooh. Now, that's definitely a play on words. Stefan Diggs, she already said that he's into the men. Like, this was still, at this point, it's not really too bad. It's, okay. Then we get Barney B. You guys can put in the chat. This was so quick, it almost felt like Nicky was just waiting. Like maybe Nicky was baiting her and Cardi took the bait because Nicky was clearly prepared for this. I always get it wrong. Chalk it up to my head, not my heart. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sheeman, she says, hey, Mims, not stalking you, sending you hello. Well, hello. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I'm not going to lie. This was funny. This is still when it was still kind of light. But even I was like constantly refreshing. And I'm like, this is going on too long. Damn, she was streaming Magnet hard as hell. ABCDFG, jump out of the plane. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, this is Nicki Minaj's brother, who is a convicted sex offender. I believe the allegations, he was convicted for R-wording, I think his stepdaughter. Let me make sure I got that right. Who did Nicki? The first thing, who did Nicki Minaj? When I put in who did Nicki Minaj, it automatically said vote for. We'll get into that at the end of this too.
I go to the gym regularly, 4 times a week. I eat protein forward. I'm super health conscious. If I'm being honest, my reflection.
She just, let's see. Mirage's victim had said in a 25 trial that she was repeatedly being R-worded by Minage while her mother was at work.
Wow.
Was it his stepdaughter?
That's horrible.
I don't know, but you get the photo, you get the picture, you get the point. It's Shamin. Sorry, Shamin. ABCDFG, falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains, barefoot, still smelly. Still, you could not outsell me. Like the wordplay is top notch. You can say what you want about Nicki. Nicki will always drop some bars. More commentary. Cardi says, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to the peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the F is you comparing yourself to me for? Now, this was a little bit of a cop-out. Technically, Rihanna came out years before Nicki. Taylor Swift and Drake are, you know, arguably some of the biggest artists. So that point is kind of valid, but it's not really why we're here right now. The comparison is Cardi to Nicki's body of work. It's crazy that Nicki's into her 40s, and I know Cardi's at least in her 30s now, and this is where we're at. Why Jay-Z is in this heavy, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure the Barbs will tell you guys, you know, Nicki has talked about him in depth, the Camel, Rock Nation, everything. It's a bit much. I don't think Jay-Z is ever going to respond.
He's not.
Nicki says, raw dog and pregnant with the 4th baby. Barney B, HPV. Alleged.
I can't take it.
This one was funny.
Wow. Oh my God. Why?
Like, keep in mind, this is coming from a 45-year-old woman. Is she 45? Is she 45? How old is Nicki?
45. So what do you have to say, sir?
She's 42. My bad. Don't nobody tell her. But no shade, Cardi. I need you to come for Nicki. It's not a whack to come for the brother that has nothing to do with her. That Barney was for you. It's all fair at this point. All right, now this is the 3rd tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs.
Damn.
Not allegedly. Lord protect my babies. Now this is where it started to take a turn. Now, Nicki don't like being called a drug addict. Lots of people say she is. I don't know. I also don't think it's fair to turn this back around on Cardi and be like, you know, there's so many women who have fertility issues. So now we're going with that. I don't like that. You know, don't try to bring everybody else into your battle.
I agree.
Let me put my banner up. Because I don't have Cardi B or Nicki Minaj money.
Right?
Ice Spice gets in it. We don't need to really get into the Ice Spice stuff. So people who were covering this yesterday and played the Ice Spice audio, somehow or another, I don't know if the audio was obtained illegally, but Cardi was able to copyright it, which meant that everybody who played it got not a copyright strike, but the videos were taken down. The videos were taken down. We're not gonna get into Ice Spice. Cardi apologizes to Lotto. We're not gonna get into all the Ice Spice stuff. Okay. Is I'm the Barney B and the flop? Is I'm lying about my fertility when the queen has never once seen or spoken to a fertility doctor in her life? Is I'm the one sleeping with Trade while hubby effing Sweetie and taking my big gooey hole for alimony?
What they don't tell you about weight loss by Skinny RX. 1, the average weight loss amount is 9 pounds in the first month. 2,
I can't.
The big gooey hole kind of took me out. I'm not gonna lie. Sweetie caught a stray. Now I had heard that Sweetie had effed Offset, but I guess now that's fact. I don't know. I'm going to be sued when the queen show her medical records to the courts. Oh, Rock Bottom Nation, we win again. Desiree, I have your medical records too. The lawyers said we're gonna have Barney be homeless within 36 months. Praise God. Lucky we eating cake right now. Barney B, I know you don't know this, but some women plan their pregnancies, you dirty Heineken twat. We don't let ninjas F us while we pregnant for the next trade who got 4 other people pregnant. Touche. He does have a lot of other people pregnant at the same time. You see, the devil has come to collect. Wow. You sold your soul. You made a pact, but you lost. Now hear this. You have been neutralized in the mighty name of Jesus. Now this is where it takes a turn. We don't hear nothing about Nicky going to church or nothing like this, but you've been throwing Jesus and all kinds of stuff that don't involve Jesus. Reads talking about ooey gooey holes and boy bussy and all this other kind of stuff. You don't need to be throwing Jesus' name into this
at all.
Did anybody ever know that this girl was this religious? I've never known her to be this religious. You say, I sure hope they don't catch each other outside because Barney B is crazy. If she dropped that baby and there's a red carpet situation where they're both on the red carpet, Nicki's gonna get it.
Facts.
She gonna be standing right here and Cardi gonna be throwing shoes and everything else again. Okay. Basic Black says, I thought these ladies called a truce a while back. When did they start firing shots again? Like a nightmare that won't end, and for what? Cardi had been saying that she was gonna outsell. Basically, the fans are always going to take these things to these ladies, and both will take the bait. I will say I've never really heard Nicki apologize for anything or really take accountability for anything. So it does come across like Nicki feels like she's been victimized by everybody. We'll get into that. Thanks, Basic Black. Nobody can technically tell you. I mean, some people think it started when the comparisons first happened because Cardi B's first hit was so big. That first album was so big. Motorsport, definitely Nicki Minaj took shots at Cardi in Motorsport, like she was going to just let this woman son her. But Cardi believes that Nicki talked about her children. I mean, it don't even make sense to go back and forth. There's already been a knot. They got 5 kids between them now. It's too much. Throwing Jesus into this is crazy. I was pregnant for my first love, got married, and the next year got pregnant for my soulmate on purpose. You see, Barney, we planned it. Your medical records in the strip club to now look embarrassing, and your father, well, anyway. You were about to shrivel up and die inside. You call black women monkeys and roaches. Now, one day people will call your daughters monkeys and roaches. Anyway, I used double the protection in every relationship until I was ready. Now it was that line. Everybody understood what you were trying to say. If Cardi called that woman a monkey and a roach, her children are black, but this is what lit a whole nother match. We on a whole nother candle. We was over here. They was going at each other. But now we're getting into the messing with the kids. Also, let me say this. Though I have never had any fertility issues, it's not something to be used as a drag. Until you know the women who are actually living in that pain, blaming themselves, we can only imagine and pray for them, love them, uplift them, not use them as a punchline. That's not fair. I hate when people do that. A lot of people do it on reality shows. You go at somebody and then you want to wrangle up everybody else and all of these other groups and all these other marginalized people. You're going at them. Keep it there. Keep it there. I do not like when people do that, and they love to do it. More pictures of Barney B. Barney B, tell him how you getting seizures from the knot. Now, in all fairness, Nicky, you didn't put the knot on her. You was standing right there. Let me see if we have that. Nicki Minaj, I'm standing right here. I thought we could just have it just queued up.
And ask close attention. See, the work never
Let me
stops.
see. Nicki Minaj, I'm standing right here. Cardi B fight.
I said it's not. Oh my God. What is happening? Cardi, girl. I can't.
They don't show it.
Carmen, are you still there, child?
Yeah.
What is that on her head?
Her and Cardi B ran across each other.
No, I know what it is, Carmen, but I'm saying, how does that give you that round of a knot on your head, but no like scar? She don't have like an end in her head. I don't understand how that's possible.
Because she got money
in there or something. Like I'm confused.
She got money.
No, this was before she left. She was at like the Met Gala or something. She was at some big to do like party, and somebody hit her. I think it was that one lady that
Rashida Ali.
Okay, yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, this is a picture of her when she was leaving, so she hadn't gotten no. Like, I don't understand how there's not like at least an indent or a ring print, something. I've never seen something like that ever. Well, I might maybe
I can just go down.
Huh?
A knot, it can just go down because it's just the swelling.
It just seems like it should be brown or purple, or maybe it's not that yet.
Yeah, maybe at that stage it hadn't discolored, but I'm pretty sure
later that night.
Right, she got on makeup and shit too.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, damn. I'm like, why did somebody hit her? I don't even know why. Do you know why somebody hit her?
She was trying to get at Nicki Minaj.
Oh.
And Rashida Ali jumped in, having Nicky back.
It's just not that serious to me. Like, this is how, listen, just gut alone. This is why when people be like, you can't take the hood out the, I don't necessarily mean, I don't think that's necessarily true, obviously, in every situation, but it's like, y'all can't take you nowhere. Like, what? Why are y'all doing it at all? I can't. Hood rats. I can't take it. So what do you think? Who you think winning this beef? Cardi?
Oh, Cardi B finna get on her ass.
She's finna get on Nicky.
Yep, I already seen the beef. I was with Armand watching it.
Oh, were you?
Mm-hmm.
Mom makes yourself say, what he's at?
I love Armand.
I don't love him. I liked him for like 3 days. I mean, I was like, just only because me and him disagree in a lot of areas. But I liked him when he was like clapping back at what's the other gay guy? He was on that thing with
Storm Monroe.
No.
They're
Because if you
not.
storm like women, child, I heard, and I'm like, but anyway, that's another story for another day.
That's a cover up.
It's the other one, Carmen. He wear the wigs. He was the one. Funky Dineva. Yeah. So when he was going at Funky Dineva, I liked it because he was in the right, and I agreed 100% with what he was saying. Armand was saying or whatever. So because Funky Dineva be on some shit, he be on some other shit. To me, he's like that fake industry person. Like, you think that y'all real friends because y'all, you know, he making jokes and you like him, and then he will stab you right in the back. Anyway, so what did you see or what did you hear when you was watching Armand that makes you think Cardi coming for her or whatever?
Armand was just, it was called a beef watch. So basically we watched them as they tweeted in live time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It stopped. They picked back up the next day.
Girl, see, I ain't got time. So,
and Cardi B was pretty much, you gonna see Nicki Minaj ended up going too far. And
he went too far.
Cardi B got to the point to like drop the low. Where you at, bitch?
Yeah. I heard
Cardi B, Nicki Minaj even threatened her sister. She said she was gonna cave Hennessy chest in.
She said she was gonna what?
Cave Hennessy's chest in. Hennessy is Cardi B little sister. Oh. And she said she was gonna kick Culture Gums back in line.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So Cardi B was like, I'm done talking, bitch. I see you when I see you.
Yeah, because Cardi from the streets. Cardi with the shits. But I want Cardi to grow up. I do.
Yeah, because she did mention like, bitch, I'm not finna just throw my career in the same post. I'm not finna sabotage my career going back and forth with you online.
She didn't write that. Her person wrote that. I can tell you that.
Then she said, bitch, I see you when I see you.
Mm-hmm. What Cardi say? Pull up. Pull up. Pull up, pull up, pull up on me. That's one of my favorite songs by Cardi. She say, yo, I don't think they know. I'm like, yes, get them, Cardi. I really don't even understand. Like, this is what I do hate about like the rap industry and the I guess I would say probably hip hop, R&B with like black people. It's like, I'm just saying from my perspective, it seems like they create fake beefs or whatever beefs that they have with each other, and it's like we don't hear the country music stars out here making beefs. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what? I just don't understand why our culture.
This beef right here, though, is like none other.
Well,
I don't know if you already seen all the tweets or not.
I've only seen part of them.
Yeah, this shit got real. Like the shit, like he said, that tweet right there was the turning point. Nicki Minaj just started going for her kids, back to back, calling them ugly, all kind of shit. Cardi B starts saying, bitch, you just jealous cause your child is nonverbal. His favorite color is 5. Bitch, all you can brag about is his hair.
Wow. But I'm gonna ask you this: do you think that not Cardi B, but Nicki Minaj's son is like Beyonce's son?
I think they're both nonverbal, and I think also Beyonce's little girl is autistic too, just not like the son. It's
maybe severe. Yeah. But why do you think that's the case with Nicki's son? Because she don't have him like out and stuff?
She definitely will be ragging on her son.
I agree.
She definitely did not deny her son being nonverbal either.
She definitely didn't. You know what I think? And I don't know that this is true, but I do think that's why I say karma is balanced, because, and I'm not saying this is Nicki's karma, but karma doesn't always come back to you personally directly.
No, it'll get you through the people you love and care about.
So I think that young lady that was arred allegedly by Nicki Minaj's husband, I think that's their karma. I think that's his karma coming back, and Nicki just is a casualty of it. That's what I do think.
She's called collateral damage.
Yep. And I don't know that to be true because I don't know, but I do know little boys. Like, now I don't have no scientific proof, but there are studies that say little boys are more apt at a much higher rate to end up like declining backwards, especially little black boys. Like, they'll be going along, trucking along and hitting the milestones, and then people attribute it to the vaccines and stuff. Like I said, I don't know that's true, if it's true or not, but they do have studies out there that say if you don't vaccinate your kids on some level, that they've have better outcomes. But then you can't not vaccinate your kids because of all of the other things that that those vaccinations protect them from. But I have a friend, and she got two little girls, and they ain't never been vaccinated, and they perfectly fine. Okay, so but that's that one anecdotal case. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say whether or not you should vaccinate your child. I'm not here to try to push that on anybody, because our cousin Allison, she did not want to get her baby Alice vaccinated. And I, kind of had my little judgy wudgy, hat on about it. But she broke it down to me one day, and I was like, yo, I understand that better now. Like, because I don't know why, but it never occurred to me that
you're inserting that same shit you're getting vaccinated against into your system.
No, that's not what occurred to me. What occurred to me that I never thought about was like the fear. This is your first baby and your only child at this point, and you're telling me to put something into my child's blood, they system, that we don't really know if they're gonna have some bad reaction to it or not. You just don't know. Even when I take Bentley I took him the other day, he's my dog, to go and get his vaccinations or whatever. They asked me as part of the questions, has your dog ever, reacted or responded poorly or had a reaction? And if they doing that for the dog to make sure he don't have a reaction, then there's something to it. But I do think that there's something to not being vaccinated too. I can't say what you should do or should not do. I just think you should do whatever you think works best for you, whatever decision you come up with. But it was like, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, if I had a baby, an infant that's 4 months old or 3 months old or whatever, however old they are when they start getting their first shots or whatever, I don't know if I would be like, yeah, let me hand my baby over and you put this
at 6 weeks.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know that I would be like, yeah, do this. So I don't know. That's why I don't judge, because the only thing I really did judge is when they had that C-19 thing going on and people weren't getting vaccinated. I judged that very harshly because I worked in with people who had compromised immune systems all the time. So you not getting vaccinated, putting me at risk. I got vaccinated, but maybe I don't have any symptoms and I have C-19. And then I'm in here with these people, and who knows if I'm passing something along, because I'm asymptomatic, meaning I don't have any symptoms, but I still pass. So that really irritated me for probably about 2 years, because I was just like, y'all are endangering the rest of us because you want to
get vaccinated, and I'm not going to.
And again, that's your choice.
Yeah, I just feel like it's the thing. It's equivalent to like the flu shot. They insert a strand, but I also had COVID, so. And I didn't have COVID in the worst way. Like, COVID didn't.
You got to say C-19, love.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I had C-19 and I didn't even know I had it.
Everybody's different. And so, like I always say, you could have 50 people, they have everything the same. 50 women, the same race, same age, same whatever it is. They all have
They didn't
And
even have the
hold on, let me
vaccine.
finish. Hold on, let me finish. And you get the same treatment by the same doctor, and 25 of those people live and get, have a nice life, and then the other 25 die. So you can live in whatever world you want to live in. I'm never going to tell nobody what they should do with their body, but I'm saying, as a person working with people directly who have compromised immune systems, and you feel however you feel, I'm not talking about you personally, but I'm saying people have whatever their feeling is about vaccines, and then you infect me because I don't even know, and you don't even know, and now I'm offering some other people. I just feel like it's super selfish, and I'm sure there's people going to disagree with me, but that's just how I feel, because I don't ever want to pass something along to someone who can't even help themselves. They bedbound. They can't even protect themselves against me. So for me, it was just kind of like, shut the hell up, get a vaccine, and stop it. That's how I feel. But go ahead.
Oh, at the time when I had caught COVID, they didn't even have treatments or anything. And they eventually came up with the infusions. And me and Carnell, we went to go do the infusions and stuff or whatever. And like, only reason I found out I even had it was because he got sick and then he tested positive. So I had to test, and I tested positive.
Well, if you live with him, it's or y'all living together.
So we both gone from work at the same time. That's because people are already at work speculating, like, that's his wife, that's your husband. They were already speculating that. And just so happened we both end up testing positive and having to take off work at the same time and bringing papers to the job at the same time, like, but we never confirmed or denied anything with them.
And you don't have to.
No, it wasn't a damn business.
But it is a business.
No, it's not. It's personal. It has nothing to do with the job.
Yeah,
he was that much longer than me. I ended up moving to the job. I got a transfer to
that job. It does. At that time, it had everything to do with that job.
Why?
Because what if you go to that job and you have it and you give it to somebody else and they die?
No, I'm saying like our martial status, like as far as if we were
C-19. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, not the C-19. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. So I don't know what to think about Nicki. Like, I like her music, but I'm not one of those people who are like, I'm going to separate the music or the art from the person. If they're doing something egregious, I can separate the shit. It just is what it is. But a lot of the moves that Nicki's made, they just seem like dumb girl moves. Like, you didn't.
Nicki don't like females, bro. Like, she don't like females.
They was besties for into
who?
Cardi? I mean, not Cardi. Nicki. You don't remember them being besties?
Besties who?
Each other.
Who? Cardi and Nicki?
No, Nicki and Beyonce.
They were never.
Yes, they were. I believe they were.
Girl.
I do. I think that's why Nicki's so pissed at Jay-Z. Because I know she pissed at him for a legit money reason, but I think honestly, her friendship with Beyonce is the reason Nicki for so long didn't say shit. Like real shit. Like now, whatever it is that happened between her, Rock Nation, and Jay-Z, all the gloves are off. She don't give a fuck. But I think
started dragging their kids too. Just keep the video going. Wow.
I know. What I'm saying to you though is this: they seemed very close to me. I'm just saying optically what it looked like. I don't know them, so I don't know. But they seemed very close. I remember Nicki being on some show and somebody asked her about meeting Beyonce, and she was, it might have been Ellen. Ellen was probably like, "So I heard you and Beyonce are friends," and so Nicki was doing her Nicki. She didn't really confirm or deny it, but you could tell she was like geeked out by the fact that she's friends with her. And then maybe a year or so later, that's when that song came out, "Feeling Myself" or whatever. So I'm not saying simply because they're in the industry or simply because they're women and they're, on the top of their game and because they know each other that by default they're friends. I'm just saying to me, it seemed like that. And the reason,
allegedly, Bow Down Bitches was for Nicki.
I don't think so. Why you think that?
I said allegedly. I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay. It makes sense to me.
Why do you think that? Well, because I never understood one part of that song. It was this when she said something about when y'all was young or kids, y'all wanted to be me, something like that. Nicki think you also saying her with Nicki in that song. Maybe that's what, because all those years I was just kind of like, who the fuck she talking about? Because me and Beyonce the same age, so I'm like, girl, I was your age whenever y'all came out. What do you mean? I didn't understand the correlation, but maybe it was about Nicki. Maybe that's what she was talking about, because I feel like Nicki's about 3 years younger than
me. Nicki's 42.
So yeah, she's 3 years younger than me. So by the time Beyonce was in her 20s, Nicki was about to graduate high school. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what she's talking about, girl. I don't know. I didn't think about that. Well, child. Well, okay. So why? What made you come up with that assumption? Like other people were just saying it in general?
Yeah. And I believe that once I heard that it was for her, I was like, okay. Okay.
Well, it was definitely subliminal. I couldn't assign the target. I would never be able to.
I didn't understand why Beyonce came out with a song like that, because that's not her. Not in the manner that she made that song, unless it was for somebody, and that's how I felt. Like,
but if you think about it though, and you're right to a certain extent, Beyonce in a lot of her songs, like I remember there was some song from way back when she was like, there's plenty of people who don't like me, but there's 10 times more who love me and I love myself. This is way back, like probably CD2, whatever CD she had. And I always just thought it was more about people that, just haters, just in general. And she had her haters, because certainly whenever she came out with Survivor, I remember them, or it wasn't her, but Destiny's Child came out with Survivor after they broke that group up or whatever. I certainly was like, oh, she about to set this shit off. Like she was, on that. It was to me, obviously, it was directed towards them. But you know what I learned later, Carmen? And this was like earlier this year. I learned this. I was watching some documentary, and they were talking about from the perspective of the other two girls that left the group. Because I always thought that those girls, they just was hanging out and just kind of like boy crazy with the Jagged Edge boys or men in that group, and they probably just wanted their own management, which you can't be a group and have different management. You just can't. It's not gonna work. And they knew that, and so I'm sure that's why they did, okay, well, we want different management. But when I was watching this documentary and the Jagged Edge people was talking about it, they was basically like, what really actually happened was they was on a tour bus. I believe this to be true because it made sense. They were on a tour bus, the Destiny's Child, and then the Jagged Edge guys. And one of the Destiny's Child members, I think it was the little short one with the curly hair or whatever,
Latavia,
her mom was on the bus with them. And something happened on the bus or whatever. And they were like, on a tour bus, like we live on this bus while we touring. And at some point, I feel like it was Louisiana or somewhere, they was like, I guess the Beyonce daddy called and was like, put her ass off the bus. And Jagged Edge is like, yo, we're not about to put this lady mama off the bus. Like, the fuck wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And when I heard that, I was like, that makes sense. For those girls to be like, because I never could understand in my mind, y'all are on the precipice of like worldwide stardom. Like for real. Like everybody knew who Destiny's Child was at that point. But they had only finished their sophomore album, which was The Writings on the Wall, which was a banger in my opinion. But I was just like, for what reason it never made sense. I'm like, for what reason would someone leave a group that is at this point winning Grammys over just a management deal? Like, you know what I'm saying? A manager being an asshole, or you not liking the manager. Bitch, I'm staying around to get all my coins. And then maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, whatever, once I got my 13 million saved up or whatever, then I'm gonna like get out of the group. But if you let the other people that was involved tell that story, those girls was treated, they was basically forced out, really. And I could never say 100%, but now I really do believe that I can't say Beyonce put him out. Like I remember everyone blaming Beyonce, but of course you're gonna blame her because her daddy in charge of the fucking group. So yeah, it's her fault. No, but like I didn't like that people were blaming her at the time because she was still a child. Well, she might have been 19 at the time, maybe.
That's still young. She had no control.
Like about 18 or 19. So she was probably 18 or 19, I feel like. So yeah, but you still under your daddy, you know what I'm saying? Because she didn't switch over to her daddy, and I feel like she just got sold to her daddy if you listen to Sloan Bell. But a lot of people said that back in the day too, but I never believed it. I was just kind of like, that girl, her dad is got her back, and he's supposed to have her fucking back. They're like, I don't blame her because her daddy made a decision. But of course, any daddy is gonna, well, if they're a good father, they're gonna make the decisions based on what's best for their child. That's just logical. I don't understand why people would be mad at her. But and Kelly just like, look, I know how to sing too, but I'm gonna let Beyonce have it. Like, I ain't about to say shit. Like, and I ain't mad at Kelly. But for all of those years, I felt like, why would they give away so much of a beautiful start of a career when you really have worked extremely hard to get here over management? It never made sense to me. But I also didn't think it was cool to like blame Beyonce because I'm like, she's just a member in the group. Like, she don't have nothing to do with that. Like, and even now, I honestly don't think that those girls still have like beef with them. I wish that they could do like a reunion tour. I don't think Beyonce is ever going to do that, but I wish they could do like that first and second CD like tour just one time. Give them girls some, accolades and let them go on about their business. Give them a little money. I don't know.
Latavia don't deal with any of them. She might deal with Latoya, but Latavia don't like any of them.
And I understand that. I don't know. I wonder why she wouldn't like Kelly. Kelly don't seem problematic to me.
But Kelly is like
Beyonce's best.
Right. Like that, they're sisters regardless.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that. But I'm like, that shit was 20 years ago. Like, let's just move on. Move on and move forward. I'm never going to tell somebody they have to do something and they should get over it. But those girls worked hard too. You know what I mean? And I didn't get it at the time. And I know I heard people on like 97.9 The Box talk about it or whatever. And not only them, but, locally, I heard them talk about it. And I just always kind of felt like, y'all should be able to move past this shit. Like, this is minor leagues. But, I feel this way after watching that little documentary. I feel like like a machine, because I like, for example, like the Kardashians, they have a machine behind them, and really it's TMZ. Okay, like they have a machine that pushes forth their narrative, and I think Matthew was tapped in, Beyonce's dad, I think he was tapped into whatever media machine, because those girls really never made any sort of comments that were like worldwide or like, that made news type of thing. It was kind of like they left, they didn't want to be here, they and then it was the end of it. And then Beyonce made that damn song Survivor. She wrote that damn song and it was over for them at that point. It was like there was no coming back. But I remember being in, like, right after I graduated high school, there was a girl I went to school with. She went to Barbara Jordan school with me, Barbara Jordan High School for Careers, and her name, I believe, was Tiffany. And she was pretty, and she was cute and thin and all that kind of stuff, right? And I remember right after I graduated, whenever they started a new group, like Latavia and Latavia, however you say their name, Latoya and Latavia, they had started a new group, right? And I will never forget. I don't know if it was the cover of Essence, but I feel like it was a black magazine, and there Tiffany was in, like, they had formed a new 4-girl group, and I was like, because I never went to school with someone or knew someone that was then famous, but then it didn't work out because you never heard of that group. But they were definitely in a group for, it seemed like probably a year or maybe 5 seconds, because this industry will fucking eat you up and swallow you down and then spit your ass back out or shit you out in the toilet. It just is what it is. But I do believe Sloan Bella, what she said about Beyonce and Jay-Z. I'm just waiting for the clock to get there because I just would love to know how it's going to happen. And she said something about it's going to be in a theft or something. But like, I want to see and I know I don't pray for nobody downfall or nothing like that, but a lot of people have been saying for years that Beyonce and Jay-Z do sneaky shit in the industry. And so, like, basically, if they don't want this person to come out, if they don't want them to have a certain type of opportunity, then they block them. And
Mhm.
I'm believing, I 100% believe that from a Jay-Z perspective, because it's just too many people that said the same shit, especially dudes that went to like hard time. Like, I forget, I don't know if it was Beanie Siegel. It was him, I think, and some
Hope
other.
no joke.
Yeah, him. But it was a few guys, two at least that I know of,
Benny
that
Siegel, choke no joke.
it was another guy that was like, all of us know his name, but I can't remember his name right now. But at any rate, this guy was, both of them were like down with what's his name, with Jay-Z. And then one of them, I think the Benny Siegel guy got caught some sort of, whatever it
Yeah,
was
he
going
caught
on. And the judge was like, if I remember correctly, that he was like, yo, then obviously the judge don't talk like this, but he was like, Jay-Z, Mr. Carter, we can give this dude house arrest if you're willing to, like, basically say that,
Stop
you
his
make sure
son.
he's out of trouble. And he didn't do it. I was like, say what? And it was for two guys. The
But
other guy,
it's deeper than that because see, I can see Jay-Z turning that down too, because you don't want to be responsible for nobody bond. But when they already with you all day, every day, they basically living in a truck outside the studio already. Like Jay-Z, you could have looked out for
I
your man.
I hear what you're saying. I do, but I still don't think that anybody, it's not like Jay-Z was gonna go to jail because this dude decided to, do some crazy shit. That wasn't gonna happen. Ain't nobody in their right mind would be like, yeah, I'm gonna take responsibility for this person if they do some crazy shit, especially illegal shit. I'm not saying that. I'm
That's what
saying
I'm saying.
from the perspective that I saw or whatever I was watching, it seemed like we just want you to, like, basically vouch for him. And Jay-Z didn't. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus. You can't vouch for your boy. He been down for your boy. And now, now that him and what's the other guy that was like his bestie? He real egotistical. I can't think of his damn name right now.
Dame Dash.
Dame Dash. And I don't even like Dame Dash like that because he's arrogant as fuck. Okay. But if Dame Dash really, I've heard him over the years say almost nothing about that. He would always change the subject, not ever say anything. And then I feel like the past few years, he just don't give a fuck no more. He like, this dude really don't fuck with me. And so now, and even now, I still feel like it still has a level of loyalty because still he don't say certain shit that people, if Jay-Z did them, in my opinion, the way he did Dame, them people wouldn't give a fuck about saying some shit about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would be dragging your ass. But Dame still sits over there and he's very specific about what he says. He chooses his words wisely about Jay-Z, I feel like. And so I don't know if that's the loyalty or if it's a legal thing. Like, I don't know. But I do feel like Dame Dash, his ace, Boom Boom, for however many years, if he's saying on some level, he don't say it like this, but to me, he says, this is what I hear when he talks about Jay-Z, is Jay-Z's a snake. That's what I
Have
hear.
you listened to Jay-Z childhood best friend?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yep, he's the other one. He's another one that was like really down with him. And Jay-Z didn't do him right. I feel like at this point, he would do anything for money. But this is what I don't understand about that part of it, Carmen. A lot of us would love to be rich, right? Be able to take your family on vacation, buy your family homes and, cars and not have them stress out about money. Most of us, I would think, would say that would be a charmed life, right? And who would pass that up? The thing I don't understand, and to get that or obtain that, a lot of people would do some crazy shit if they could be guaranteed they're gonna have X amount of money, right? But this is what I don't understand. Jay-Z has all the money, has all of the fame, is married to one of the most popular, well-known artists on the planet, has his children, he's a boss in that entertainment business. Why the fuck you still fucking people over still? That's what I can't understand. Because even the drug dealers in the movies, you know what I'm saying? Like they even though they got a lot of money, what they do? They come get the hams and the turkeys to the kids at Christmas. They buy people shit for like Thanksgiving and school and all of that. And maybe he does that. But what I can't understand is why you still fucking over people. Beyonce too. Like if what they say about these people is true and it's all alleged here on Chanel's reality, because let me tell you something, I don't know none of these people. I don't know none of these people. I wasn't there. Okay. But if it's true about what they say about Beyonce too, like she be stealing people's songs or stealing their look or stealing their something. I don't think it's Beyonce per se that's stealing it. I think it's her stylist, her writers, and people like that. I think they're the ones that's probably stealing people's whatever, because it's some unknown artist, you know, and who gonna believe you over Beyonce?
Right. And they can even prove that they wore this certain look or did this certain move first.
Mm-hmm.
It still wouldn't even matter because Beyonce did it second. She did it first.
Right. And I remember watching, I think I was watching Wendy Williams. So this is how long ago it was. But I feel like it was Wendy Williams and it was the Lemonade album. And you know how at the front of the album, Beyonce got her like cornrows and then she like into the wall like this. And that's kind of like, you know, with her little fur or whatever. But it was like, they had this one lady, I don't remember exactly who she was because she's not a person that I even know. So I think that's why they felt like, you know, we could just jack her style, jack whatever it is that the lady was doing. But everything that they did in the Lemonade, not the Lemonade video, but one of the songs, I think it's the one where she walking around with the baseball bat or something. It was the same thing that the girl had already done in over there, probably across the pond, some damn where that nobody, I don't know who she is. And you know, when you hear stuff like that, you just like, why would Beyonce steal from somebody? Why would she? She got all the money. But like I said, that shit never made sense to me. If you are already talented, which I think both Jay-Z and Beyonce are talented, if you are already rich, you already got the fame and all of that, what the fuck are you doing?
Right back.
Oh, okay. What the is going on? Come on, Mr. Mims. Oh, is he showing her the, oh.
Hitting your goals has nothing to do with discipline. The real culprit is friction, and it slowly erodes your progress. Unlike what most people...
Mims, what you doing?
You the one that went on that award show saying you ain't want to call 911 after you were shaken from that drug overdose. Talking about a knot, miss, I'm standing right here.
Sorry.
She did get called out. She had big raw. You the one that went on that award show. We then took a turn. She said, when are you on Twitter dedicating essays to me? For the love of God, go to Chucky. Let's continue. Now, this was a valid point. Girl, it's your son's birthday. Why are you on Twitter dedicating essays to me? For the love of God, go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Shots fired.
Now, this is, we then took a turn. She said, when have I ever had a seizure? You the one that went on that award show saying you ain't want to call 911 after you were shaken from that drug overdose. Talking about a knot, miss, I'm standing right here. Now, she did get called out. She had Big Raw Ali to protect her and put her paws on Cardi. Although they said it might have been Brooke, too, from Basketball Wives, who actually gave her the knot. Either way it goes, it wasn't Nicky swinging. So when she's playing big bad, talking about she going to stump a hole through your chest and all that, it ain't happening because Nicky going to be standing right there. Chun-Li ain't going to throw a bow.
Yeah.
Oh, she says, like, damn, how you pressed over an album you ain't got a hit in or mentioned in? B, feelings hurt because I ain't paid her no attention. You haven't even cut your effing kid's cake. My God, at 6 o'clock in LA, you must have took your first line today. And let me tell you something. Let this be the last time you mention my kids before I spill the tea on yours while you're talking about ABCs. You're going to leave me the F alone today, ho. I'm sick of you, bitch. Armand being funny. She said, wait, bring that ass here. You're talking about my father. My father never been to jail a day in his life. Go get a detective and tell them to run them records. Don't put them dirty ass allegations from your bloodline on mine. Ooh. Your daddy was a crackhead and your brother was R-wording his stepchild. You got medical records on me? Post them, bitch. You're going to leave me the F alone today.
People people are so petty. And listen,
Barney B and Culture Vulture. Now, this is where we are specifically talking about Cardi B's daughter, Culture.
why?
Nicky is unhinged. How can you say you have someone's medical records, which is illegal, and threaten to sue them? Delusional.
He has a point.
Now, I'm not naming no names, but at one point, a certain blogger had said that they had Cardi B's medical records. So I don't know if the blogger gave them to them or not. But yeah, this is now we're naming names. Do something. We in New York, heavy on it. Culture Vulture, you ugly too. Now that was a direct shot at this woman's child. This was too low. This was too low. We get it. It's a double entendre. You're saying she's a culture vulture and she wants to be black. She's claiming that her mom is tranny, all of these things. But this was too low. And let me say this much. Papa Bear and Culture and all the rest of Cardi's kids are actually cute kids. None of them are ugly. They all got hair. We're literally arguing about the length of children's hair. Yeah. That's where we're at. Okay. That's where we're at. This is where I was like, let me go to bed. Album flopped, Ussy flopped, never want to fight, outrank you in your own gang, STFU come fight, sympathy baby couldn't pull 228,000, abort mission. Yeah. We know what you did there. Telling this woman to abort while she's pregnant is dirty work. It's dirty work. And now we reached a whole nother level. Because even when, you know, Drake and them do some whole shit, it's not that deep. Drake might sue you, but it ain't that deep. This is taking a turn. Culture Vulture and her mama a crow. So stupid to not see once Wendy ate that crow what happened. They played you to do that hex to yourself, you flop ass heavy tongue hoe. Cardi do sometimes have a heavy tongue, but we can't do the kids. Like we can't do the kids. Cardi says, trying to call me out to fight because I'm pregnant AF. You never have that energy when I see you in person. I seen you at 2 Met Galas and you never have that energy. But where the F you at? My niggas is outside right now. Where the hell you at? Bitch, you wish you could call my daughter ugly. Culture is beautiful and you know that. Your hate is so deep, dark, and nasty because your son's nonverbal, because you effed him up with them drugs, so you're jealous of everybody's kids and their happiness. Bitch, where the fuck? Oh, sorry. It gets hard to not curse. Where the F you at? Stop talking. Now, this was a post and delete. Even Cardi knew she went too far calling that little boy nonverbal. She knew she went too far. But the people was on it. I think I was actually watching Armand at the moment where somebody had caught that and sent it to him in real time. I'm not going to lie. The fan bases definitely egged this on. The fan bases definitely egged this on. Culture, you a roach and a monkey like your sister. We reached the point of no return. I feel like after this baby gets dropped, it really don't matter. It's up. Because Cardi does not, like, I would say Cardi is reactionary, whereas Nicky is shrewd. Nicky will bait you into something. She's very smart. She knows how to push a button, will bait you into something, and then put her hands up like, I don't know why you're so mad. This is one of those situations. Cardi's not going to take a beat and think about it. When Cardi sees this woman, she's going to throw something at her, or she's going to try to attack her. There's not going to be a space and time after she pops this baby out with the ooey gooey hole, that you are going to be able to have them in the same room. People are going to have to pick sides when they're inviting them to fashion shows and everything else. Cardi is going to attack this woman. She's going to attack this woman. Let me see. No shade. I don't know. I guess this was one of Armand's tweets. No shade. Cardi B started it with the ABCs for Papa Bear. No shade. We all know what that meant. By Nicki saying your daughters will be called monkeys and roaches only was to imply that Cardi had black kids too and to be mindful of her words. I disagree. And this is why. And Nicki Minaj liked this. If you have a song with the ABCs, by acknowledging this, you are acknowledging some form of a disability with your own child. That's crazy.
It comes with 4 items. It comes with the hydrating mist, the hair elixir, the scalp stimulator, and the scalp and hair balm. A little bit of the scalp stimulator maybe twice a week.
Armand is free to have his feelings. Nicki liking it is crazy. You can't say shit about anything in these songs because it's good. This is a direct shot at your own child. Am I the only one seeing this? A song about the ABCs is supposed to be known that they're talking about Papa Bear. That's really low. That's low. I don't know if the little boy is nonverbal. I don't care if he never speaks. Cardi is wrong as hell for doing that, just like Nicki is wrong as hell for calling that girl's kids ugly and roaches. You're not gonna like, and if anybody says that they're not wrong, they're full of shit.
Period. Full stop.
I don't like you. Basically, if whomever could have decided I'm not going to talk about the kids, and they would have won. They would have won over the public because you would have then been able to see that the other person was full of shit. But by both of them throwing jabs that you can't take back, just like Kanye can't take back that he called Beyonce's kids. What did he call them? He didn't call them slow. He called them
Slow.
did he call them autistic? He called them something. You can't take that back. That's out there. You can't take it back. You can't retract this stuff.
Nope.
But yeah, I didn't like this. Even Nicki liking it to me is a direct shot at her own kid, and I don't like that. Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't talk and you got to sit in special ed because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. I'm sorry your mom is not paying attention to you on your birthday because she's so obsessed and dark spirit hating ass hoe. I'm so sorry, baby.
Damn.
No commentary.
Savage. Ooh, Jesus.
Nikki says, Lucian, Elliott, Rico Nation, I promise you tell that dizzy hoe to stand down. I promise you. Barney, dangerous. Bodega Barney, what up? Your sister can get that chest caved in if you're pregnant with another monkey or a roach right now. I'm just saying for entertainment purposes only. Nikki ain't about to bust the grape.
She not.
In a fruit fight.
Right.
Nikki ain't about to bust a grape.
Oh, shit. Hold on, Carmen. Let me pause it. Hold on.
Nope. She ain't gonna bust a grape on Welch's porch or a grape in a fruit.
You were mess.
That's what made me mad about the whole beef, because I feel like Nicki took it there. Like Nicki sitting behind her phone, laughing, hee hee ha ha, hard than a bitch. Cardi B typing mad than a bitch. Because Nicki know, like, oh yeah, I'm finna make this whole crash shot.
Yep. Although I do think Nicki's a little bit sensitive too. I think both of them are sensitive. This is what I think. And you know, I hate when people say, oh, you're being sensitive, because to me that's just a bully's way of saying I want to make it okay for me to bully you. That's just how I feel about people to say you're sensitive. Although I do think there is a level to people being too sensitive where some shit is really just not that serious. But I think both of them have the same thin skin but high ego problem because they both be crashing out, in my opinion. They both responding to the public. It's never going to be a good thing for you to be responding to the public when you're in a fight. Just let somebody else that has the skills to do and say whatever, or don't say shit. You don't have to give the people nothing. You don't need to feed the machine, but they have an ego. And that's what I was talking about. They have this ego that I can't let you think you got me because I don't roll like that, as if we really think y'all about that life. I think Cardi is to a certain extent, and I think Nicki is to a certain extent, but I only think it in this way. I think Cardi is because that's how she grew up, meaning the people that was around her, that's why she joined the gang, whatever. And when she talk about her stripper life, I think that kind of goes hand in hand. So I think to a certain extent they both about that, but I don't think Cardi wants to lose everything she built now over some scuffle with whoever. I think she's more likely to send Hennessy or her goons to do whatever. But I don't think she's a punk. So I don't think you're gonna just punk her like woman to woman, like standing in front of her. I don't think she'd be able to hold it together. I think Nicki in public would be able to hold it together. That's why she said, you didn't see me at 2 different whatever events and you don't say shit. You don't have that energy. That being said, I don't think Nicki, even though I'll say like this, I think Nicki's more sinister.
You took a name.
Huh?
I was talking to Steven.
Oh. I think Nicki's more sinister in her thoughts, but I also think Nicki ain't gonna be the goon that she's trying to act like she is. I don't think Nicki going, like you said, she ain't busting the grape.
But she ain't gonna be. She not.
No, but I do think that she will send the people for you. I do think that.
She could pay. Yeah, she could pay. She could be a paper gangster.
But when I say that, I mean like unalive you type shit.
Yeah.
That's what I definitely think. I don't think Cardi want to unalive people. I think Cardi is way too emotional. She allows the world into her life and then wants to cry about it. I'm like, girl, pick a lane.
Cardi is a Libra.
So what does that mean, Carmen?
She's super emotional. Super, super emotional. Like, I'm a Cancer. I'm emotional.
They ain't emotional.
The Libras, they carry like a depressed emotional, like about themselves, period, to me. I don't know no Libras that's
like,
just
all the Libras I know are fun loving, fun of the party, get along with everybody. I don't know this side that you're talking about. Are they? But I do think that whenever they do get their feelings hurt, and it's usually because they really love somebody. Yeah, I do think that that part that you're talking about will come. It'll take them over, and I'll be like, move on. But I don't know about their everyday life being like that though. Not the ones I know.
Yeah, I've been really close to some Libras. Got 2 sisters that are Libras.
Oh, like, that's why you think that. Okay, gotcha.
These Libras, no.
So they not fun. The ones that you, your sister,
no, they fun. But they're only fun when they're fun. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But they're still young too, Carmen. So maybe
no. I'm not talking about only my 2 sisters. Like,
okay. Gotcha.
I'm referring to 3 other Libras as well.
You sure you don't think that? You sure? Okay, I don't know. You sure, sis?
Like, we can turn up with these Libras I'm talking about. But that's when a turn up, like whenever it's fun type shit. But outside of the fun, it's just like emotionally thinking, stuck there. Like, I understand everybody go through their emotions, the depression or whatever have you. But it's different. It's very different. Libras are very different type of people. And they're sneaky as fuck.
Why you think they sneaky?
Because they are very spiteful people whenever it's time to, like,
they are.
Yeah, if they feel like being like their spiteful shit,
and won't care that they did it. They feel validated. They feel like justified.
And will laugh on the inside like a Scorpio, like a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But you know, I didn't know this for how many years, but Libras and Leos are like 100% compatible. But I understand why, because of the fun part that that you're talking about, or that I know of the Leos that I know. It's the fun part. It's like silly but sarcastic, but very charismatic.
Yeah, can have fun with them, but they type of depression, I don't be feeling that shit. I be like, gone over there, man. Because
how you discriminate against people?
Because I'm a Cancer as fuck. Like,
we know.
I'm passionate about everything. Like, we could be having the smallest conversation. I'm just gonna get passionate about it. Like, I'm just passionate about everything, and that's something I recently learned about myself. And sometimes, like a lot of times, it come off as aggression when it's just passion. Like, see, and that's the difference between a Cancer and a Libra that I can say. Like, when we snap or retaliate, it ain't no undercover because we didn't gave you chance after chance. We didn't let you make it. We don't gotta sneak and punch you. We gonna punch you. Huh?
You let people make it?
Hell yeah, I let people make it.
Who you let make it, child?
I don't let you make it a bunch of times.
Look, aside from me.
Everybody at work. Steven know about it. Hell yeah. Like,
I feel if your let you make it is the same as my let you make it.
What you mean? Let you make it mean like I ain't say nothing, or I said something, but I gave you a warning, like before the destruction.
It's different. It's different.
Like the warning after warning after warning after warning. You ain't doing nothing but building this tornado that's finna hit you.
Ooh, that's a word.
And I'm not gonna hide it because I'm warning you. Now I gotta warn you again. So I'm gonna make sure I got a witness to know that I'm warning you. Now I'm gonna warn you in front of everybody else. So when I strike, it ain't gonna be no coming back from it.
The doors of the church are open. Might there be
a Libra gonna do they shit underhand, like
they are.
Yeah.
You gonna know it was them too, but it ain't gonna be expected at first. You be like, God damn it. Yeah, I agree. 1000%. All right, well, was this the end of their tweets? Hold on, let me see if they got any more tweets.
No.
In the live, hold on, child.
You gotta
I don't think the ABC song was about Nicki's child. I just don't. Now, they can both go low. I just don't think that they were going low then at that point.
Yeah, this is out of line.
Where the roach spray? I'm gonna spray it in that bitch disease-riddled mouth. Bunch of different cum stains on the new roach for entertainment purposes. She says, drop the addy right now and don't go tagging the feds and the police like you did 3 months ago.
Whoop.
Now, what you gonna do? Pregnant. She said, Jay-Z, take that effing lace front off.
Wait.
Barney and Bailey. Cardi says, bitch, you've been having cum stains in your mouth since you was a minor because your daddy used to...
Oh, please. I was not
Because
ready.
your daddy used to touch your mouth since you was a minor because your daddy, like you did 3 months ago. Now, what you gonna do? Pregnant.
Shit.
She said, Jay-Z, take that effing lace front off. Barney and Bailey. Cardi says, bitch, you've been having cum stains in your mouth since you was a minor because your daddy used to we'll just say, touch you. Tell the world that's why you wake up so effing miserable because you're hurt and full of trauma and trying to apply it to everybody else. And why the F you keep bringing up Rock Nation? I'm not signed to them, you delusional, paranoid, coke sniffing bitch. Now, y'all can put in the chat. Had anybody ever heard that Nicki was taken advantage of by her dad?
I never heard it. But I'm not shocked if it is true.
I hadn't heard that. So then she reposts this. F your kids, B. That's why your son died, B, because you F up as B. Maybe if you pay attention. Maybe if you take care of yourself and don't be worried about what's wrong with other Bs, he probably would have made it. Stop doing drugs and maybe that monkey would have been alive. So these are Cardi's tweets from, I'm guessing, when she was out there stripping. And not great.
Savage.
F the vulture B-Day. She like this. Cardi can't keep trying to play into the fact that it's Papa Bear's birthday because when it was Culture's birthday, she was literally arguing on the Shade Room and on Spaces. You do the same thing. It's not a drag. Fair is fair.
What? Why?
I'm not gonna lie. This dude looked like his sister.
Sure. I gotta take a picture of this shit. I can't.
I'm not gonna lie. This does look like JC's sister.
Wow.
They love a Bob. They love. But this is much lighter. You know, we can take any lightness we can get. Nicki says, Barney B had the whole label fly out to Cali to beg me to do a joint tour and an album with her. I don't want to have to drop that recorded call. That's why all the sabotage on my tour. Drop the receipts, dumb bitch. You costing them millions with your four.
What you think about that, Carmen? Did Carmen go away?
No, I'm still here.
What you think about what Cardi B said in the past, telling people about their unalived son and all that?
I feel like ain't no boundaries in this beef. The line has been crossed. Like, so I mean, it just is what it is. May the best character win. Like,
it's crazy. I didn't know that it went this far because I had heard as far as, I think whenever they brought the children into it, I was just like, and I didn't, know anything really concrete about it. I was kind of listening peripherally, you get like notifications and stuff like this, but I'd be like, ugh, I don't have time for this crazy bullshit. It's so stupid to me. But now I'm like, whoo-wee.
Oh, Nicky cut up.
Who you think won so far up to this point?
Nicky was eating her ass up, but I say Cardi won because Cardi shut the argument down, which is what I would have been did.
Well, we ain't got that. Hold on then. Hold on. Don't tell me. All right. Let me keep going. Oh, Jesus. This is horrible.
$4 album and $5 coupon.
Not $5.
No Facebook ads, no TikTok videos, no website, affiliate marketing without the usual roadblocks? Yes, it's possible.
Ads.
You said F vulture. What? Bitch, F that slow.
Oh!
F that slow ass son that came out your ussy. You was wishing so much negativity on me that while I was pregnant, and look at your karma. Look what your rotten ussy produced. Now he a whole 5-year-old tippy-toeing around the house and can't spell his name.
Oh.
Now, if Nicki was a fighter, this would have been fighting words.
It's fighting words. Like, are you? Ooh.
Nicki says, she's so stupid. Find me, B. Remember, y'all called the cops on us last time. Made them tell us we had to leave New York because you and your man was afraid for y'all lives. Nah, ho, drop the receipts, Barney B. Now, I feel like this might have been in response to Nicki's husband threatening Offset on a live.
I remember that.
Drop the receipts, Barney B. You'll be eating out the garbage cans of the Bronx in the name of Jesus soon. Well, we gotta go back to in the name of Jesus. You lying funky feet bitch. Nobody called the cops on you. Your dumbass bum-ass man went online talking shit and doing threats while he was on probation, dummy. You was talking tough, now you talking about find us. Drop the addy, you fake tough ussy B.
Listen, hold on. I'm gonna say you lying funky feet bitch. Yo, that shit is funny as hell. Wow, who gives a shit? Who even thinks about somebody's feet stinking in the middle of a beef? Oh, I can't take it. She said you lying funky feet bitch. Oh, why? This shit is entertaining though. I can't lie. This shit is fucking entertaining. They are crazy.
Jesus soon. Well, we gotta go back to in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
You lying funky feet bitch. Nobody called the cops on you. Your dumbass bum-ass man went online talking shit and doing threats while he was on probation, dummy. You was talking tough, now you talking about find us. Drop the addy, you fake tough ussy B. Bitch, you want to talk about $4.99? You sold both your albums for $5, you dumb hoe. You was even selling posters and keychain bundles for your Queen album, you effing dummy. And you know I never been a bitch to cop please. That was your friend Nitty hitting up Tubby to go on an effing joint tour after he got out of jail. I ain't never got on a phone call with none of y'all asses. B, you wish. And look how you be talking about Rock Nation, you ungrateful bitch, when they let you off for 3 months of title just so they could buy your album. But stop all this talking. Where you at? You said you was going to cave my sister chest in. We checking our DMs and ain't seen it yet. Everybody up and waiting. Drop the addy right now, ho. She said, Camel and Rat. We are not fazed by botted tweets and bots in these comments. That's precisely why you broke now. Desiree got filler since I said she was ugly. Now she uglier. Oh, bitch. Cam, where you at? You said you was going to cave my sister chest in. We checking our DMs and ain't seen it yet. Everybody up and waiting. Drop the addy right now, ho. She said, Camel and Rat. We are not fazed by botted tweets and bots in these comments. That's precisely why you broke now. Desiree got filler since I said she was ugly. Now she uglier. Oh, bitch. Camel...
Our body doesn't need one supplement after the other of filling in the gap. What our body needs is...
This shit is savage.
If this is a Coke rant, it's a hell of a Coke rant. It is a hell of a Coke rant. Jesus. Camel, let's talk about your kids today. That's on the docket, nigga. Shuffles papers. Now, what you don't want to do is go the Kanye route with Beyonce's children. Because, you know, what is it? Barty Gang and what's Cardi B? I mean, what's Nicki Minaj's people?
Barbs.
What's Nicki Minaj's people?
They're Barbs. I couldn't think of it earlier.
Put it in the chat. What is Nicki Minaj's people's names? The Barbs. You got Barty Gang, you got the Barbs, but the Beehive is ruthless. They don't really care too much about Jay-Z. You can say what you want. You can call him ugly. You can talk about everything about him. You really don't want to go at the Queen's kids. Wait, who said I'm slow? What you mean I'm slow, Fifi? blah, blah, blah. Nikki says, "Dear Culture Vulture." Again, another play on words with this woman's daughter. Your mom was pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter. The gag is that she was jealous of a little baby boy simply because his hair was longer than all 4 of you bald monkeys put together. Trash. And that's the level that we're arguing about whose hair is longer? Kathy White. If you don't know, Kathy White is the alleged woman that
This shit is crazy.
that was allegedly sleeping with Jay-Z, and she ended up mysteriously passing away. R. Kelly, Aaliyah. Now she's just throwing out conspiracy theories. But he did have beef with R. Kelly. Cardi says, "You said you're going to kick my child gums back. Didn't you say you was in New York? This past words now. Where the F you at? Because today is going to be the day I go to jail." You over here trying to fight. Now this, I'm going to kick your gums back into formation. I don't believe that was for Cardi B.
That was for Beyonce.
I believe that was for Jay-Z. I'm going to kick your gums back into formation, play on Beyonce's song Formation. So Cardi, you just took that one and ran with it. And that wasn't even for you. Nikki says, "Charlemagne, did you put that bleaching cream on your dick too? At POTUS, lock them all up. Imagine if you called yourself Shrump the God. Oh, bitch, lock up Born Lauren and Jess with the testicles too. They're very nasty people. Queens niggas run these niggas. Thank you." Now, okay, couple things.
Wow.
Because I told y'all we were going to be real on this video. I'm going to give a point to Cardi B for at least believing in something enough to use her influence with her fan base to talk about politics. Right now, the world is in the shitter. It just is what it is. We're not doing great.
Facts.
If you got any barbs in the chat, please put in the chat when you've heard Nicki use her fan base to help politics, to maybe support a presidential female candidate. I know for a fact that Cardi has done it. I know for a fact Taylor Swift did it. I know for a fact Beyonce did it. I know for a fact that a lot of people use their influence. When she started tagging Trump in her posts,
it's a little weird. I agree.
It made me start scratching my head. Denise says the gums are for Culture, Cardi's daughter. I was thinking that the stuff was for Jay-Z with the formation reference.
I think it was Beyonce.
Denise, put it in there why you think that it was for put why you believe that it was for you feel like that's the right way to go when you have a very young family.
Are you trying to feed your dog better but stuck between overpriced fresh food and low quality kibble? Hi, I'm Dr. Stephanie Lips.
Now, I like Lauren. I don't really know too much about Jess with using your fan base for good. If you can use them to boycott, when it's not talking about the kids, so I thought this was funny. Yeah, this is when Armand didn't like it. She said, "Eat shit. You in the paperwork. You know what you did. Come eat my ass." Gross.
Oh, Jesus.
To TMZ, who thought that they were going to be able to capitalize off this. Well, she don't like you either. So I thought this was funny. Which rap nigga want to get in the field today? I double dog dare you. When it's not talking about the kids, I'm not gonna lie, some of this is funny. Cardi says, "Dear Onika Tanya Mirage, this is my last time responding to you because this past Twitter now, I gotta see you. But first, I'm gonna tell you truth. You said out your own mouth that little girl in you haven't forgave your mother yet, and that's because your mom used to stay silent when your dad used to touch on you every time he did that crack pipe." Again, put it in the chat if you ever heard that.
Wow, this is crazy.
I know you experience a lot of trauma and abuse, but drugs is not going to help you. You need to go to therapy now. I'm gonna let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb you so he can max out your credit card. Yeah, you think I don't know. Them queen niggas that you be letting in your house every time you kick them out be coming and spilling your tea in the hood. But I'm gonna be the realest person to let you know you need to go to therapy now. I'm gonna let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb you so he can max out your credit card. Oh, sorry, hold on. Blah, blah, blah. You need to get help. You need to heal that trauma. You're always coming at people every time you see them happy because you got so much trauma and pain that you want to put on others. Your fans are gonna gas you up while you literally lose your goddamn mind. You don't have no friends, no family, just that man in your house that lets you do drugs till you pass out so he can spend your money and buy the hood chains. I'm not throwing away my career, my endorsements, going back and forth with words with a possessed drug addict. I'll see you when I see you. Too late. Y'all then both risked all kinds of endorsements. Nike, Puma, Fila, they're not going to want anybody who's talking about children who potentially might be autistic or nonverbal. That's not a good look. Calling little girls ugly, roaches, rats, and all that shit is not a good look. Y'all are both too late. Y'all both stepped in shit. And I don't know. I mean, both are rich. Cardi, I think Nicki's worth like what, 200 million or close to 200 million, and Cardi just hit the 100 million mark. They're both rich, but you need to be able to maintain, and endorsements and all of those things play a role in that. What endorsements? I mean, Nicki's had plenty of endorsements. She's had like Fendi. Didn't she do like Roberto Cavalli? Like Nicki's had a lot of endorsements throughout the years. Having a fan base of 224 million Instagram followers automatically means that if you just post one thing, you're probably getting at least $1 million. Cardi is an endorsement magnet. A lot of her money comes from that, not her rapping. So yes, you guys have both put yourself in danger of losing that.
This is crazy.
And rightfully so. One of y'all could have not took the bait and went in on the kids. Like y'all could have left the kids out of it. There's enough reads to go around. Both of them are actually way more similar than they admit. Both are at the top of the rap game. Both got the same type of butt shot type surgery. Both have a partner who has either been accused or convicted of taking somebody's virtue. Like they have a lot more in common than they acknowledge. We're not getting into JT. She called him a pig. Diddy was gonna knock this fat bitch out. Zeus, your time is up, Buki. Rico me thinks allegedly. That I want to know more about. We're not getting into Saucy Santana. She said, Santana, go back to your pig pen. You can say what you want about Nicki Minaj, but the lady is funny. Nicki Minaj is she's funny. You can't take that from her. Santana, go back to your pig pen. You said Blue Ivy nappy and North looked better than her, didn't you? Eat slop, pig. Santana and Young Miami were on Twitter Spaces, Gabor told me, so I'll check that out and see what they had to say. Cardi, you had just said that you was done. We're back at it. Quiet is kept. The truth is you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years, and you also on heavy drugs, cocaine, perks, and Xanax. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that have the power is Kenneth Petty, but you know what happens with that Amex when you are sedated.
Damn.
I'm letting you know again, stop playing with my kid, bitch. You just mad because your son's favorite color is 5. Get the F on, you crackhead.
Let's pack in order. Let's see who the lucky person's gonna be. Sophia.
If that was not about a kid, it would have been funny. I'm not about to sit here and laugh. I do not know what's going on. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on with Nicki's kid. He should be off limits, whether he is, whatever the case is. Just, I'm not going to laugh at that. But had it been about an adult, that would have been a funny one. And we're done. Let me see. There was something else. Let's see if anything new has popped up in the last couple minutes.
Wow, that shit is wild. I just didn't know. It's just not that serious to me. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with people? Child. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like and subscribe. Shit. This is just correct. I learned a long time ago, you do not give people your power. Do not give idiots your power. Like, if they can't match up or compete with you, you don't have to say it. And you certainly shouldn't be putting the shit on the internet. It's there forever. Your children gonna see this shit later, and you gonna wish that you would have been like, yo, you know what? I took the higher ground because I have integrity. I ain't saying that you got to let people dog you or that you shouldn't respond, but just respond accordingly to idiots. Respond according to the people's place in your life. At this time and moment in time, neither one of these women have a place or should have a place in the other person's life. And if they don't have a place in your life, why are you worried about what they're saying about you? I mean, Drake did say jealousy is just love and hate at the same time. Maybe they admire each other, but just hate on each other because they like, I can't figure it out. I don't know. All I know is, well, maybe because I was going to say if I had that much money and fame and all of the things, I just would spend my time doing something else. But maybe that's why God didn't give me all the money and fame, because I'd be running around this earth, listen, trying to make everybody, you know, sprinkle a little sparkle in people's lives. That's what I would be doing. This is what people are doing with their time. Life is so precious. Listen, I've said to y'all 1,000 times, I'm a hospice social worker, which means all my patients are actively dying. This shit, this internet pretend made up beef, talking about people's, you know, close family members like they children and saying that they slow or that they got, like, listen, go work with the people at the homeless shelter. See how they living. Go work with the people in, you know, in group homes that, you know, are going to be in foster care until they age out at 18. Go start a scholarship program for the needy. Go work at the women's shelters where women have been beat within an inch of their life and are scared for their life. You know what I'm saying? Go work with people who are bedbound, can't get out of bed, can't help themselves. They're blind and deaf and whatever else. Do something to like really make your life meaningful in a big way. You have the money, you have the opportunity, you have the time, and you have the fame, and you're wasting it on someone who doesn't give a shit about you. Why? I can't understand it. Like, if you don't, and let's just say you're a selfish person and you don't want none, you don't want to give none of your money away or give your time away or whatever. Go sit on an island. In fact, buy your own fucking island. Go sit on it and mind your business. Soak up the sun. You don't have to be an internet beast with idiots. Like, you just don't. Especially with people that don't like you. Why are you even going back and forth? Like, I don't know. Like, my boy Mim said, make it make sense. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You knew what was like, he has a thing that does that, and that's funny to me. But no, it's just like, I'm not trying to say that, you know, I'm the greatest person in the world and I do such altruistic things, although I do altruistic things. And I am very kind and empathetic and all of those things. I really am. But I'm not saying this because, you know, I'm kind and whatever, and I work with this group of people or have worked all my life with people who have less than or people who are at a disadvantage in some capacity. I'm saying, because everybody can't be like me. I get that. And I'm not saying that from a sadistic place. What I'm saying is there are other things going on in the world, right? Other things that everybody has a place of what they're supposed to, you know, contribute to the greater good. But I'm saying if you have all this money, all this talent, all this influence, all this fame, use it for something good. Why are you beefing with somebody who hates you? Let them hate you. What did Beyonce say? My name in the lights is I'm the capital B. What she said? I'm the capital B. I don't need no hype. Go be the bad bitch that you say you are. It's both of y'all. Go do that. You know? Like, it's go listen. If you can't even do that, go see the world with your kids. Enjoy them. You know, they're privileged. Just to say a little bit, just to start. Go enjoy the world with them. Go be with your baby daddy, your husband, whoever it is. Go enjoy that life. Because to me, this means you ain't got no life. If you have time, as famous as both of y'all are. Well, right now, Cardi's pregnant, so she probably can't do much. But use your time wisely. You know, I wake up every morning, and every morning at 8:30 a.m., I have a phone call, a Teams meeting with my team, right? And that call starts with who passed away since 5 p.m. yesterday. Today I had 3. The day before that, it was 5. Use your life. Make it mean something other than glitz and glamour and your, you know, 90-inch weave and, you know, your eyelashes and all of the things. I'm not knocking any of those things because, listen, I already said I'm made for 5-star hotels and room service. And I love Louis Vuitton and Chanel and all of the things, okay? She does. First class everywhere. I love all of that. But I'm saying every day I'm waking up to phone calls and, you know, people dying. That's my job. I'm not saying it for pity or anything like that. What I'm saying is for perspective. It's a blessing that you still have a voice. One of my patients that I met, she can't speak because of the disease that she has. It's taken her, you know, her ability to speak. Y'all got the ability to speak. Y'all have the insight to speak. You have the microphone to speak. And you speaking to each other in the most asinine, egregious way possible. Like, fuck you mean? What are you doing? You're wasting your time. And the saddest part is your children gonna see this shit one day. They're gonna be able to read it. You might not be here when they're able to. You might not even be here tomorrow. And if you had a choice and you knew you wasn't gonna be here tomorrow, are these the choices you would have made? There's millions of people that woke up this morning and went outside, whatever it is that they did, went to the Walmart, went to their neighbor's house, started on their way to work, whatever it is, and they didn't make it home. And death isn't the worst thing. I know somebody who a few weeks ago was in I guess what do you call it? T-boned by an 18-wheeler. Broke their femur. Has been in the hospital for a few weeks now. Could have lost his life. Couldn't have told him that morning. That's how his day was going in. Death is not always the worst thing. Can you imagine? I think to myself a lot because a lot of my patients have pulmonary disease, which is like your lungs. Can you imagine gasping for breath every day, all day, for months until your lungs finally give out? I can't even imagine that. And I have several patients like that. That's why I say death isn't the hardest. That's not the worst. And I've never been dead, so maybe it is. But I'm saying from my human experiences in this life, I'm like, I can't imagine that. You know how you get in the swimming pool and you and your friend or your cousin or your sister, y'all measuring and timing who can stay under the water the longest and all that kind of stuff. Imagine that was your every 5 minutes, you got to go back under the water. We gotta wake the fuck up. Like for real, in this toxic ass society we live in. And I ain't saying society hasn't always been toxic, because it has. It's just now people are way more overt with it. And it's accepted. Sometimes. Because other times they might cancel your ass. Real talk. But no, I'm just like, girls, let's wake up. You have children. And even if you didn't have children, just for your own integrity, keep it together. People say whatever they say about Beyonce and she Queen Bee and whatever else, but her ass sit over there and stay silent. She don't give a fuck what someone said about her. She's paying them dust. Now, I don't know if she owns something. I don't know if she's being controlled or whatever the case may be, but her persona is squeaky clean. Meaning what she presents to the world is squeaky clean. I ain't saying you should be like her. She's a whole different person with different values and different, whatever. But just take a little time to step back and say, you know what? Is this the best decision? If I'm incapable of making good decisions, if I'm incapable of making good, sound decisions, when someone angers me or says some egregious shit about me, my child, my family, my husband, whatever, give your, what do you call it? Your social media, and both of y'all could afford it. Assign yourself, hire yourself a social media person. Do you want me to respond to this lady, Nikki? All right, I got you. Cardi, you want me to like, stop. Y'all talking about people, kids. It's just, listen, where I'm from, that's fighting words on site. But y'all got so much to lose and you wasting your life with this bullshit. Because this was a waste of y'all time, just by the way. And maybe Cardi sitting over there like, listen, I'm cooking a baby right now. I ain't got nothing but time. And maybe Nicky over there like, bitch, try me not. And they probably both like, try me not. But you don't have to respond to everything. I come on this internet and sometimes I'm on a different panel with some egregious idiot men who think calling me a bitch is going to make me, I just like, try harder. Like, try harder. That shit don't bother me now, not for a millisecond. Why? Because one, I don't assign that word to myself or its definition. And two, I know I'm not that. So it really wouldn't matter. Three, it's coming from an idiot. So that full stop right there doesn't even matter to me. But people that do that genuinely have lost the fight. Meaning we're having an intellectual conversation, or even if we just having a regular conversation. If you have to call me out my name and talk about my looks or say I'm fat or skinny or ugly or whatever it is that the idiots say when they're losing the fight, if you got to do that, you've lost. Just is what it is. Now, that's not to say we ain't all lost, because all of us have met our limit in the 5 seconds that somebody says some shit and we just stole off on them, or we called them whatever, or we dragged their sister, we dragged their mom, whatever it is. We all have done something stupid and been toxic at some point in our life. But grow the fuck up. Make better choices. Like, yeah, listen, wasting y'all damn time. I ain't got time. Anyway, I just thought since, I was listening, I wasn't even going to go down this rabbit hole, but Mims was talking about it. So I know if he's talking about it, everybody, it's probably been talked to death, and I'm probably 5 days late, and I don't really give a shit because it's Chanel's reality. So sit on that and spin around. No, I'm joking. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it here because I think that I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna lay down and maybe watch somebody else on the internet, and then maybe go to sleep. I'm gonna go check on my husband and see if I don't know who was playing tonight. The football game is probably on, but I haven't heard my husband yelling, so it must not be very good of a game because he started calling my name when somebody winning. I hear my name. I'm like, all right, let me come, let me hang out with you, bro. No, that man love me, y'all, and I love me some him. Anyway, guys, like I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, welcome. If you returning, if you're part of the replay crew, please hit all my buttons. And that'll be all. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Y'all have a good rest of y'all, I guess, evening, and happy Friday to everybody that's already Friday for them. Bye, guys. Have a good one.